then it will focus in for you. But you do not focus intentionally. So I'm really worried you get in a state of panic and anxiety with regard to mind control, mind manipulation tactics, points in consciousness. You get in a frenzy. What I'll put forward to you is that you could already be one of the agents who is, in fact, being used to remote view or to travel through other dimensions into other galaxies or other places on this earth. You could already be being used and manipulated while you're sleeping, or while you're in a state of apparent consciousness. If you haven't figured it out yet, there are things going on around you. At least that's what's been happening to me over the past several months. It's been escalating. And again, not because I'm looking for it. I'm not looking for these things to happen. The only difference is that I am now becoming much more aware of things that are happening. And these are things that you will not notice ordinarily. You wouldn't notice them ordinarily. And if you try to start looking for them, well then you definitely are going to miss them. That's not how it works. But it's in the very fabric of your interaction with people. It's in the fabric of questions that people ask you or conversations that you have. What information is actually being exchanged? In what would seem to be an innocuous conversation. Think about it. Not in the way that you answer your questions, but the information that you use when answering the questions. Why are you being led to ask certain questions? And so, I had this experience, must have been 2 months ago in the middle of the summer, I'd say, or right near the start of the summer. And I want you to do this too. Because I don't do it all the time, but sometimes I am led to do certain things. Which seem to repeat themselves. Such as walking through a park or walking to a fountain, which I am very close to right now. And so for everyone it's going to be different, but human beings do have a certain attraction and magnetic appeal towards water and fountains. That's why you have the river of life, the river of consciousness constantly flowing, and you have dreams where you'll be climbing up this stream, like an uphill stream, grasping, trying to climb up. Well, don't just dismiss those types of dreams. Don't dismiss your dreams. Because you have dreams. You'll know they're dreams. But there's dreams that you don't know that you have. There's other experiences that take place where they want to make you think that it's a dream. So what I do sometimes is I go to a fountain and I'll just watch the water. I'll watch all the waves and the droplets and the ripples. I'll listen to the sound. I'll look and I'll take in this complexity. Sheer complexity. But what I won't do is I won't try and count all of the ripples. What I won't do is I won't look for patterns in the ripples. It's impossible to computate using conscious, sentient observation such a level of complexity. What I will do is I'll allow it to filter in. I'll allow it all the information to simply filter and process. Basically running on autopilot. And in this way, it helps in relaxing your mind and opening up your mind's eye. It's a good technique in my own opinion, but it does not involve meditation at all. There's no secret word that you say. There's nothing that you focus on. And I think that's why it's effective, at least for me. Now, it will put you in a state where certain entities will be much more capable of entering in through mass consciousness into your subconscious mind, at least the point of connection that you make with consciousness. You see, there's points of connection. See, the receptors have to be turned on. You're an emitter and a receiver, but it's not thinking of like a cloud, like two clouds of gas. Your consciousness isn't like a cloud. It's not a cloud of gas. And then you have mass consciousness, this big cloud. And then you have like a certain entity. It's like a cloud that kind of floats in and then starts to interact with your cloud. See, there's certain channels, and it might latch on to one of your channels. So it's a discrete thing. But in latching on to one of those because it's just a gateway, you know, it's not an organic thing. It's a gateway that can be accessed. So one day when I was going through this practice, of allowing my mind's eye to open up, not trying to open it up myself. I don't try and do that. What I do do is I allow myself to be put into a state or an environment where I won't have to worry about physical disruption or conscious mental disruption. And that's a lot what happens when you try to meditate. When you're trying to meditate, it's basically like your conscious mind is trying to overcome your subconscious. Now that's basically like a goldfish trying to eat a whale. You might tap in to certain areas and have a sense of control over them. But underneath that, there's a massive, massive amount of activity that is being suppressed. And so, what you want to do is not try to cap it as though it was a bottle and then look down into the bottle. What you want to do is you want to take that cap off, open up the bottle, and allow for free flow of information through the bottle. And once you get to a certain point, you'll realize that if you were trying to fill that bottle up with water, the water would simply pass right through your feet, through the ground. And understand